Okay, so like I said, this is Pearson Edexcel, the AS exam for October 2020. It actually has May written on the exam paper, but never mind. I'm going to change colour. This is question 2. So we're using vectors I and J, east and north respectively. Coast Guard O monitors the situation. Okay, so I'm going to attempt a diagram. Let's see. So I'm going to, very badly draw my X and Y axes. This is 0. So at 10 o'clock, the boat is at +4 -2. So there, which is 4 -2. And at 12:45, the boat is at -3 -5. So possibly down here, -3 -5. So 12:45. So we can have A and B maybe. So those are those vectors to those positions because they are position vectors. Okay, so the motion of the boat is modelled as a particle moving in a straight line at a constant speed. So we're assuming that the boat, to get from here to here, not here to here, has travelled along there. So that's good. Calculate the bearing on which the boat is moving, giving your answer in degrees to 1 decimal place. Interesting. Okay, so the bearing that it's moving, you would have to say, if you were doing a bearing from A, you would have to stick in a north. We want all of that angle to tell us which position they're moving in. So we need some angles, but first of all, maybe we'll get some lengths from our let me get the right calculator, from our vectors. So the length O to A is going to be, or the magnitude you could say, is 4 squared plus -2 squared, so you don't worry with the -2 squared square rooted. So 4 squared plus 2 squared equals, so that's the square root of 20. From O to B is 3 squared plus 5 squared, or -3 squared plus -5 squared. End up with the same answer, which is the square root of 34. So if O to B is a square root of 34 and O to A is a square root of 20, and I can see here I'm going to need this angle and possibly this angle so that I can work out, take it away from 360 to get that one. Or I need to get this angle so that I can add it to 180. Kind of doesn't really matter. So yeah, doesn't really matter. What to do? Okay, let's just do something. So I'm going to find this length, so I could then possibly use the cosine rule. Having said that, I've got that thing, so I could find that angle. Let's find that angle first then. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. This is live. I'm not redoing it. Right, okay. So let's find that. So A to B vector will be AO plus OB. Those of you know how to do that's brilliant. So it's the negative of that one. So it's -4 plus 2. And I want to add it together with -3 -5, which gives me -7 -3. And that gives me a length of AB is 7 squared plus 3 squared square rooted, which is the square root of 58. Okay, so that's square root of 58. So, right, looking at this triangle up here, I'm going to go with that one first. That's a right angle. We know this is, even if we don't really know, well, we do, don't we? We know this is 4, this is 2, and I want that angle, and this is a right angle. So that's my opposite, that's my adjacent. So I'm going to go tan. So tan of that angle is 4/2. So the angle is tan to the -1. Oh, 1 of 4/2. And make sure you're in degrees. Lovely, I am. So inverse tan of 2. Inverse tan of 2, not inverse tan of 2 is 63. So 63.4 degrees. And so this angle here is 63.4. Okay, and we can, can I do the same with that one? Oh, I might just do that then. And I could use the cosine rule to find that one. But I think actually, maybe I'll just do that one. So we know that A to B, we've said is -3, -7. So -7 that way. So that's 7 along here. And that's -3. So I'm going to give that 3. Because it went -7, -3, same thing. So we want this angle up here. So again, it's tan. No, it isn't. Yes, it is, because it's O and A. So it's tan of that angle, but the O now is 7, the opposite is 3, the adjacent is 3, so that is tan to the -1 of 7 over 3 equals inverse tan fraction 7 over 3, gives me 66.8. So then, given that's 180, I reckon it's just 180 plus 66.8, which is, plus 180, is 246.8 degrees. So, yeah, we could have done lots of other things, so it doesn't really matter. And we could have done the cosine rule, which would have been a pain for 3. And I didn't need to find that top one now, because I got 180. But, you know, live and learn. Give these things a go. Okay, and let me have a look. The next bit then, change colour. Let's go red. So for B, calculate the speed of the boat. Give me your answer in kilometres per hour. Okay, well, speed equals distance divided by time. So speed equals distance divided by time. We know the distance he's travelled is route 58 because I've already worked it out, and we didn't need it. And the time was 2 hours and 45 minutes, which is 2.75 hours because it's 3/4 of an hour. So route 58 divided by 2.75 gives me a third. And if I swap it over, I've got 2.769372, which approximates to 2.77 kilometres per hour. And that's that.